Her actions did. I'm a 20-year-old guy from India. I have two elder sisters, one's 25 and one's 26. My dad has his own business. My dad's oldest friend is a person he knows from school. They grew up together. My dad offered him a very senior position when he started his own company. So, this uncle is our family friend. He was there in the hospital when my sisters were born, when I was born. He and his family have been with us for a very long time. He has a daughter and a son. Boy is around 27 now and the daughter's my age. In fact, I was born almost 2 days after she was born. We've known each other for all of my life. We were admitted to the same school in the same year. From KG to 10th we were together. Inseparable. Naturally we were the best of friends. It was an unbreakable bond, or so I thought. After spending 6 hours together in school we would sometimes talk on landlines at home. Then when cell phone and SMSs took over we talked through that. On weekends, her family would visit our house. We would play together. Eat together. Sleep together. Very protective of each other. After 10th standard, I opted commerce and she chose science. Everything was still beautiful. Her section and mine had common sports period. We would be together then. And also during lunch breaks. Everyone assumed we have an affair. We found it very funny. We used to laugh because of this all the time. My house was 18 km away from the school, her was only 2. My mother was also a teacher in our school. She drove us home. First we would drop her home and then go home. After the half-yearly exams in September, her behavior changed. She was only there with me during the school recess breaks. The calls, texts stopped. Whenever she visited us on weekends she would be busy with her phone. So one day during school, just before our week-long holiday break, it was Diwali, I saw a girl congratulating her for something. I inquired. She told me that a guy she liked finally asked her out. My best friend liked an actor very much. The guy she was talking to during those days looked a lot like that actor, so she was attracted. That was the reason she was ignoring me. Anyhow, 11th standard ended and we were in 12th now. For the past 6 months our talks were very formal. Occasionally we would talk like old times. It happened only when she had nobody else to talk to or I was the only one who could help her get out of that particular situation. Our summer break had just begun. It was the very first. She called me in the evening. It was unusual since she hadn't called me in the past couple of months. Hi. I want your help. Tell me what it is. If I'm able to, I'll definitely help you. I posted a picture on Facebook for that guy to see. Someone from my class commented something flirty to which someone else advises him to be careful. Since everyone from school assumed me and her are dating, those commenters were talking about me. The second guy wanted the first guy to be careful, if I read it I would beat him up in school. My name was mentioned there. She thought that the guy whom she likes, for whom she has posted this picture, reads this, he would flip out. Can you please do something or write something on Facebook so that everyone thinks we aren't together? I'm sorry, I'm not going to make a Facebook account for this reason. If you have any other solution to this then I'm all ears. But you're talking about changing people's thinking, which isn't easy. They'll assume what they want. You can't change everyone's assumption. Let's stop talking in school. You don't come down to my class every day. I'll go home on my own. Let's never be seen together again. Okay. After the break I did as she said. Now, everybody assumed we broke up. People would ask her if that's true. My teammates would ask me the same. A few months later in October, she didn't come to school for 2 days in a row. Her classmate told me she was sick. Then the same continued for 2 more days. I got worried. I called her from my mother's phone. We had a nice conversation, like we used to have. She didn't want me to hang up. Fast forward a few months later. We had given our boards. Everyone was relieved. Some were partying, some were planning a trip. She had planned a party with her crush. They planned it at his apartment. He had a few of his friends. She went with her girlfriends. There he was planning to get her drunk and to get intimate with her. One of her girlfriends found out and contacted me. I reached a little late. She was hammered by now. But before the guy could do anything, I managed to rescue there. I took her to my house, lied to my mother that her friends pranked her. She stayed at my house for the rest of the day and entire night. My mom called up her mom and told she was with us, happily watching a movie. Next morning, she woke up. I gave her some tablets for her hangover. She was fine by now. She didn't remember anything from that party. Anything after getting drunk. Before I could tell her everything, she called up her crush. He sensed what was going on and snapped at her. He turned everything on her, saying if she didn't trust him, she shouldn't have come. He made up a story that I punched him, humiliated him in front of his friends, and that he never wants to talk to her again. She apologized repeatedly, told him I did not mean anything to her. She told him I was just a pile-on and she'll never see me again. I was standing right there. When she got off the phone with him, she looked at me, all angry. There's scissors in her sight. She threw the same at me, giving me a cut on my right forearm. Before leaving, she took a promise from me that no matter what happens, I'll never contact her, never entertain her, never talk to her again. Next day, her girlfriend told her everything that happened. She distanced herself from that guy. Tried to patch things up with me. I kept my promise. I still keep it. A few months ago, she got in touch with him again. They're in a relationship now. We see other during family get-together but don't talk. I don't know about her, but I haven't told anyone from my family about what happened between us.